Today is December 1st, 2024, and it's a significant date for me because it is the end of the first month of the Modern Day Renaissance Man Mentorship. And I have to say that it was a pretty transformative month for me. And I'd say the biggest gain I've gotten so far is the mindset shift. I have truly reached the point now where I am absolutely comfortable with complete delusion. Complete delusion. Because the thing I've learned, the biggest takeaway I've gotten so far, is this concept of the negative feedback loop that keeps you trapped in old behaviors. And that loop goes something like this. You have certain thoughts and beliefs that were ingrained in you from a very young age. And those thoughts and beliefs lead you to have certain actions and behaviors in your life. And those behaviors are not desirable. For example, let's say that you believe that you are a poor speaker. You can't articulate yourself well. Well, that leads you to behave in a certain way. Maybe you just don't speak up ever. You always stay quiet. And then you don't like that trait about yourself, so you start to have negative thoughts. You're like, oh, why am I so shy and timid? And then those negative thoughts cause you to have the same behaviors. And you just stay in that loop forever and ever. So the way you break out of that loop is by deluding yourself. So let's say you have a moment where you don't speak clearly, right? And instinctively you have that negative reaction. You say, oh, I'm a terrible speaker. Now this is the most critical point. If in that moment when you're having the negative thought, if you're willing to just be a little bit delusional and say, you know what? I'm actually a great speaker. Even though I just completely bombed the speech, I'm actually a great speaker. If you're able to do that, you can break the loop. You can break out of the cycle of negativity that is trapping you in the same behaviors over and over again. So that has been the biggest takeaway I've gotten so far. And that's just the first month. And not to mention a whole bunch of other things I've learned. For example, just the importance of living your life like an executive. So that means you have a calendar and you know what you're doing for every single hour of the day. You have it all planned out. The other thing as well is that you have to be very, very restrictive with your time. You can't let people just take your time because your time is valuable. You can't just give it away for free to the people who want to speak to you, who want to take your energy. If somebody wants to talk to you or, sit down and have a conversation with you, they need to book a time slot. That's what life is like as an executive. So if you want that life, you have to live like it immediately, not in the future, right now. Let's see, another takeaway is simply meal prep. So as a person who currently has a day job, 40 hours a week, and a long commute, for me, time saving is extremely important. Time management is extremely important. And so in the past, what I had been doing was ordering food. And that was expensive and also detrimental to my health. So what I'm doing now, what I learned from the mentorship, is that you have to do meal prep. Meal prep is a huge time saver, and it's much better for your health because you're not having all these added ingredients like MSG that are messing up your health. Now that the first month of the mentorship is over, there's 2 months left, and I anticipate huge amounts of growth in these following 2 months. Now, I feel like I've built the foundation of mindset. I've built the foundation of consistent habits, like putting in the consistent work into my editing skills, into making daily posts on social media, growing my personal brand. That's another thing, is like I really understand the importance of the personal brand now. That truly is one of the keys to making money online. In fact, it is the primary factor that determines your ability to make money online, is the strength of your personal brand. That's something I've learned recently as well. So in the next 2 months, I need to continue that base of mindset and habits and start to push myself really to develop in other areas. For me, the biggest lacking area is social life, dating as well. I mean, dating is the main thing. And I feel like I took a small step in improving that today because I went shopping for clothes, which I've never done in my life as an adult. And that really represents a shift in my self-belief, which is that, yeah, I can dress nicely, and I can be an attractive person, which means that you will be looked at. People will see you a certain way. In the past, I just wanted to be as neutral, as basic as possible because I didn't want to be seen, right? Now that the self-image has been repaired for me, now I'm more comfortable with, yeah, being seen. In conclusion, I'm really happy with the results so far in the first month, and I'm gonna double down, push extra hard for the following 2 months, and I think I'm gonna get some really good results.